And bro, he always be saying, I'm doing what's best to protect the leaf. Yeah, alright, bro. Let's see them receipts again. Where was he at when the Nine-Tails attacked the village? Nowhere to be found. Where was he at when Pain turned the entire village into a crater? Nowhere to be found. Where was he at when a 15-year-old edgelord pulled up to a summit to run hands with him? Nowhere to be found, because his fraudulent ass was the first man out the room. He hit the dash because he knew he was gonna get belt to ass by a 15-year-old emo kid. Because he knew he was gonna get belt to ass by a 15-year-old.
Yo, don't ever do that to my guy Sasuke, man. This era of flipping AI and human taking all of these different characters and making them sassy and that violation, man. You get me? One of the coldest people in anime and that. You get me? You would never catch him doing this.
Emo kid. A strong feeling of intense dislike or animosity towards someone or something. Now, as y'all know, we've covered our fair share of haters on this channel. From a zesty vampire walking around in Louis Vuitton to a super ninja beefing with a rat and some turtles. And I mean, the list goes on. But today, we're flipping the script. Today, I didn't come to cover haters. Today, I came to hate. I came to spread negativity in this bitch. Cause I'ma keep it 100 with y'all. These past months, I've been in hell. From that bogus ass copyright strike to me damn near breaking my hand, then having to watch my football team be the worst team in the league for 2 fucking years straight. I am
Nah, the baddest thing is I can actually relate to this, bro, because this past month and a half, bro, there's been so much going on, positive and negative and that, fam, to the point where even my PC even mashed up. I had to fork out some cash. Listen, when there's multiple parts of your life going wrong and that, bro, you feel like, I don't know, man, you feel like the universe is just against you, man. You get me? So yeah, shout out to CJ, man. Hope he's on the other side, man. You get me?
Okay. So on this very fine, beautiful day, I'm deciding to put this anger to use. So I'm about to talk about an anime character that just quite honestly pisses me off. Now, originally, this video was going to have multiple characters, but I've decided to save them for another time because this one character specifically just makes my blood boil to a point that I just had to make an exposed video on this nigga. And that character is none other than the fraud Kage, Danzo. So today, we're gonna be going over every single one of Danzo's actions and why.
By the way, I've watched like, I don't know, 200, 300 episodes of Naruto, then I stopped. So I don't know who the hell this is.
This nigga. And I got every single receipt I need. So let's get this fraud watch started. Danzo, the most hated man in the shinobi world. A man that is solely responsible for so much stupid shit that has happened in the history of the Hidden Leaf. Now let me just go ahead and say this right now, because this needs to be said, because it's not an opinion, it is a fact. Danzo was a terrorist to Konoha, and not just Konoha.
Broski has so much hated for this guy and that, bro, that he said, yeah, this is an opinion, fam. This is a fact. I don't care what anyone says and that, bro. My opinion overrides all of that. This is a fact.
Was a terrorist to Konoha, and not just Konoha, the entire shinobi world. And get this, he always be saying, I'm doing what's best to protect the leaf, as he proceeds to do the most inhumane, corrupt shit a character could ever do. Like, on the real, no funny shit. Everything that is wrong and corrupt about the Hidden Leaf is connected to this old raggedy ass bitch. And like I said,
okay, last time I'm gonna pause in a while in that, bro, but I can't lie to you. You see, the stylist did him absolutely dirty in that, fam, because if he's actually gonna be or has been on 1 HP for his whole entirety and existence of the show, is crazy to me, because sometimes you'll have the little bandana or the little bandage or whatever, or iPad, but it looks cool, it looks swaggy. He just looks like he's on 2 HP and that, bro, consistently throughout the existence of the show and that, bro. So that was already a flipping wrong sign.
And like I said earlier, I got them receipts to prove it. So receipt number 1, the manipulation of Hanzo in the Akatsuki. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is actually perfect that I'm making this video right now, because the next roundtable trial is the Pain trial. And this motherfucker Danzo is one of the main reasons to why Nagato crashed out and became Pain. So during the Third Shinobi World War, Danzo schemed up one of the most diabolical plans to take out the Akatsuki and also become Hokage all at once. Now, this was back when the Akatsuki were not bad guys. They were just some freedom fighters trying to achieve peace. But Danzo was not fucking with these niggas at all, because the word peace was not in this man's vocabulary at all. He thought that they would end up being a problem for the Hidden Leaf in the future, which that ended up becoming true. But this future problem could have been completely avoided if Danzo wasn't a scheming, conniving, dirty ass nigga. Now, this is what he did. He went to Hanzo of the Salamander and brought him a bunch of dead Ame Shinobi bodies and said the Akatsuki killed them. Then he went to the Akatsuki under a dumbass alias named Kanzo. Like, be for real, bro. You couldn't come up with a better name? Danzo, you are the head of espionage in your village, and that's the best name you could have came up with as an alias? Oh my goodness, how did this guy get this job? So Danzo told them that Hanzo sent him and the Hidden Rain were ready to make peace negotiations. Now, here's the catch. The bodies that Danzo brought to Hanzo were not Ame Shinobi at all. They were dead root members that were disguised as hidden stone shinobi that Nagato killed. Oh, and do y'all want to know why these root members were disguised as stone shinobi? This motherfucker had these root members disguised as stone shinobi because he was trying to sabotage a peace treaty between the leaf and the stone.
Are you serious, my brother?
A self-ass nigga.
Like I said earlier, the word peace is not in this man's vocabulary. This nigga deadass said, for the future of the hidden leaf, peace must not exist with the hidden stone. So Danzo grabbed his—
Yeah, that's red flag number 2, man. That flipping band-aid and that, bro, and that statement
his
right
own
there.
men's dead bodies, dressed them up in Ame armor, and said that the Akatsuki smoked yo niggas, and me and my bum-ass Ambu root will help you spin back on these niggas if you help me become Hokage.
Lord have mercy.
So he basically slimed out the Akatsuki, which led to Konan getting captured, Yahiko booming himself, and Nagato crashing out, killing everyone except for Hanzo and Danzo. And let me add on to this. If Danzo never did this shit, then there's a good chance.
Wait a minute. So you had Danzo, Hanzo, and then he created the alias Kanzo, bro. Yeah, he was trying to make triplets.
If Danzo never did this shit, then there's a good chance that the leaf may have not been turned into a crater later on. But guess what? Pain wasn't the only character who ended up having a villain origin story because of Danzo's actions. Because another person who ended up getting a villain origin story because of this man was Kabuto. And what happened to Kabuto was another tragedy. So how this happened, Danzo went to an orphanage and gaslit this former Ambu agent turned nun, No, to go on a mission to the Hidden Stone and spy on them. And if she did it, he would stop sending money or any funding to the orphanage that she ran. And to make the—
Okay, how is this the first time? I don't care that I've only watched flipping 200 episodes. How have I not heard the name Danzo, bro? He is a menace. What the hell? Broski's threatening innocent children right now.
Sending money or any funding to the orphanage that she ran. And to make the matter even worse, Orochimaru's freaky ass is standing right behind him. And he tells her verbatim, take care that your children don't get snatched either. Children with no past or no family are worth something.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Another reason that Orochimaru should not be led 50 feet near a school. So this dude Danzo basically told her, bitch, get to work or I'ma make all these kids homeless and beg for spare change on the side of the road. And they better pray to God that Orochimaru doesn't find them before CPS does.
Nigga, what the fuck is this bullshit?
So she had no choice. She had to do it. Now, Kabuto was outside the whole time, and he was listening in on this. But Danzo knew this, and he decided, you know what, little nigga? You're an orphan with no past, so I'ma put your ass to use. So he recruits him into the Foundation and sends him to multiple different villages to spy on them and commit espionage. Now, here's when tragedy strikes. About 5 years later, Kabuto got exposed when he was spying on the stone. So when they were tracking him, a shinobi tried to come down and kill him, but Kabuto sliced him in the guts. But guess who was the shinobi?
I can't lie, that was cold. That was
down to kill him, but Kabuto sliced him in the guts.
That was cold.
But guess who was the shinobi he split down the middle? It was No. She was still on that long-ass mission Danzo sent her on 5 years ago. So when Kabuto went over to heal her and was panicking and telling her that he was sorry, she looked at him dead in the face and said, "Who are you?" And Kabuto was sick to his stomach. He didn't know what to think because his mother figure just tried to kill him and she didn't even recognize him. And the reason why she didn't recognize him was because Danzo brainwashed her. Later on, Orochimaru told this man Kabuto that Danzo revealed to Nono that the reason why Kabuto left the orphanage was because he wanted to bring money in for the orphanage. However, Nono wanted to free Kabuto from the Foundation so he could have a regular normal life. So Danzo decided, you know what? Both of you niggas gotta go. So over the years, Danzo fed Nono false images of Kabuto growing up so that over time, she would not be able to recognize what he would actually look like. So when she was completely brainwashed and thought Kabuto was an entirely different person, he ordered her to assassinate the real Kabuto because Danzo told her that he was a double agent and he had to be eliminated. So Danzo essentially set both of them up to kill each other because they were loose ends that knew too much and he needed them out of here. So this evil bastard basically made a son kill his mother.
Bro, we're almost at the 10-minute mark, bro. This is some of the most vile shit I've heard in the history of entertainment, bro. And if you're telling me that he does not come out on top, well, I'm guessing he doesn't end that, bro. Fam, bruv, nah, I need to start watching Naruto again because the way the way he is plotting and that, bro, sound on some Thanos level-ish, bro. What the hell? When we talk about manipulation, when we talk about gaslighting people, bro, we're looking at one of the flipping things.
Another character to get a villain origin story. Now let's continue going down this list of atrocities. Receipt 3. He was working with this nigga Orochimaru.
Okay, the fact that I just said Orochimaru like that and then he licked his lips in that, bruv, flipping out.
Right off the bat, that should turn your head. We all know how evil this freaky ass snake nigga is. So what was Danzo doing with him? Boy, let me tell you, they were kidnapping innocent people and injecting them with Hashirama cells. And when they realized that it wasn't working, they started to kidnap kids and put them in test tubes. And remember, he said all this is for the protection of the leaf as he proceeds to have innocent civilians of the leaf captured, experimented on, and murdered. And we all know there was only one kid that survived this shit, and that was Yamato. He had to watch everybody else die because Orochimaru and Danzo abandoned the project. So when Danzo came back and found him, he decided, you know what, little nigga? I'm about to make you my star Ambu pupil. So Danzo personally trained this man over the years and thought of him as his little successful lab rat. Now, moving on. Receipt 4, his beef with Hiruzen. Now, I'ma have to get this off my chest before we go any further.
Bruv, I used to watch this series when I used to be on the toilet and that, fam. I got all the way to like season 2 and them thing, then I stopped watching it. Apparently it's still going on in that, man. So I'm guessing it's a success in that.
Any further. I do
that was random. I saw my sister watching
third Hokage at all. This old nigga pissed me off on multiple occasions. But you know what? Let me get the main one out the way first. Minato and Kushina gave this nigga one job. One job! Please take care of the child. And this old nigga looked at her dead in the face and lied like a motherfucker. Of course, you don't need to worry. You old raggedy bitch. No. No. What kills me, he really said, I take full responsibility. Then proceeded to throw Naruto in a rundown, nasty-ass, dirty-ass shack of an apartment. Nigga had the son of the 4th Hokage living in the fucking trenches. And the only thing that he could afford to eat was ramen and spoiled fucking milk. Oh my God, not gonna lie, I gotta stop myself right now. Because this video could easily turn into me hating on Hiruzen instead of Danzo. So let me get back on track. Now, Danzo, without a doubt, was the 3rd Hokage's biggest opposition, even though they used to be childhood friends and rivals. But everything changed the night when Tobirama named Hiruzen 3rd Hokage. Because back in the first Shinobi World War, Danzo and Hiruzen were surrounded by a bunch of hidden cloud ninja, along with Tobirama, them 2 crusty-ass elders, who for some reason are still alive in Boruto. Why are they not dead? And this shoot.
Bro, the cadence flipping changed. Nah, CJ really has a grudge for these man.
Cloud Ninja, along with Tobirama, them 2 crusty ass elders, who for some reason are still alive in Boruto. Why are they not dead? And this Shushui's granddad, who, if I was him, if I knew what this nigga was gonna do to my grandson in the future, I'll boom this nigga right now. But anyways, they needed somebody to sacrifice themselves so they could all get away. So Hiruzen decided to step up and do it because Danzo was too pussy. And the whole time, Tobirama was actually testing them to see who he was gonna make 3rd Hokage. And since Hiruzen stepped up, he got named 3rd Hokage. And Danzo got pissed off, jealous, and grew a massive hate boner for the nigga. And he was always plotting in the shadows to somehow usurp Hiruzen and become Hokage. And
this is the, like I said, bro, worst fit I've seen in flipping anime in a while, man. I can't even lie to you. Might be all time still. This Band-Aid thing, bruv, nah.
And man, Danzo tried. He really did try. I mean, we already talked about when he didn't want any type of peace with the hidden stone because Danzo was a fucking warmonger. He was in one of the war to be over. But Danzo was like, nah, that nigga. You know peace isn't in my vocabulary. And Danzo pressed.
The thing is though as well, when he was choosing the Hokage or whatever, broski knew, man. He could tell that man, like, what do you call it, Danzo had a dark part in his soul. Actually, never mind. He knew his whole soul was dark furthermore, bro. That's why you weren't chosen enough. They can sense this ish, man. He made the right flipping choice.
Danzo was a fucking warmonger. He was in one of the war to be over. But Danzo was like, nah, that nigga. You know peace isn't in my vocabulary. And Danzo pressed him so much, Hiruzen decided, you know what? Fine, nigga. I take full responsibility for this war, so I'ma step down as Hokage. Now, when they were having the meeting to pick who the 4th Hokage was gonna be, Danzo threw out one of the craziest names possible. This nigga said, I recommend
I knew it. I was gonna say it as well. I knew
possible. This nigga said, I recommend Orochimaru. This nigga tried to have Orochimaru as Hokage. Oh, nah, son. Now, the reason why he wanted Orochimaru as Hokage was because these boys were obviously working together. So if Orochimaru was Hokage, Danzo was also Hokage. But thank God that Hiruzen actually had a brain, because he was like, oh, hell no, there's something wrong with that nigga. Nigga, the fuck you mean by that? I can't put my tongue on it yet, but I'm telling you right now, something is wrong with that freaky.
I was just about to say as well, I bet Orochimaru can put his tongue on that though.
I can't put my tongue on it yet, but I'm telling you right now, something is wrong with that freaky ass nigga. I recommend Minato Namikaze. Nigga, who? Oh, don't act like you didn't hear me, nigga. Oh, hell no, I object. So the whole room decided, yeah, you know what? This nigga Danzo's tweaking. So Minato got named Hokage, and literally like a year later, Orochimaru got exposed for doing all that crazy shit. And the only reason Danzo didn't go down with him was because he wiped his hands clean and cut ties with him right before he got exposed. But Danzo was not done trying to one-up Hiruzen, because one day he decided, why don't I just try to assassinate this nigga? So that's what he did. He tried to assassinate Hiruzen. Man sent out an entire squad of root members to assassinate the Hokage. Nigga, that is treason. Now, they failed because Hiruzen knew Danzo was gonna try this eventually because Kakashi leaked everything to him. So he sent Kakashi as a decoy, and Danzo, thinking that they just got the job done, was sitting back in the Hokage's chair chilling.
So this is why he had the smile on his face and that, bro. Man's about to get boomed, man. Idiot, you. Yeah.
Until he heard, huh? Nigga, if you don't get your raggedy ass out my chair. And look at this.
In his head, he's saying,
he heard, huh? Nigga, if you don't get your raggedy ass out my chair. And look at this man's face, bro. This motherfucker then got caught red-handed in 4K Ultra HD.
Nice.
And he should be getting 50 to life with no parole. But this soft-ass nigga Hiruzen decided to let him walk. Like, excuse me, nigga? He just tried to assassinate you, and you're not just any regular person. You're the Hokage! You can't let bullshit like that slide. Even Danzo was shook. He knows he should be getting locked up. Hell, fuck getting locked up. He should be executed. And then Hiruzen had the nerve to say, but in exchange, he must do all that's in his power for the sake of the Hidden Leaf Village. Oh man, great job, Hiruzen. Dude really let this grimy ass nigga walk.
bro, why do you look like you're being bullied as well and that, bro? Picked up from the collar and that, from like he's in middle school getting bullied by a high schooler. Yo, worst fits I've seen in anime history, man. I can't lie to you, bro. Everything is wrong with this
Knowing
guy.
that he's gonna do some more bullshit in the future. Talking about protect the leaf. Protect the leaf my ass, nigga. See, me personally, if I was Hokage in this situation, I'm doing Danzo just like they did Shorty and Akame got killed. Head on a pipe for display. Oh my goodness. Damn. Moving on, man. Receipt 5. The mistreatment of the Uchihas. Now this man Danzo was just like Tobirama. He didn't like them damn Uchihas, not one bit. A good Uchiha is a dead Uchiha to these boys. No, but on the real though, Danzo treated the Uchihas like straight garbage. He did not trust them one bit. And the perfect example for this is when the Nine-Tails attacked the village. Now the Uchihas could have dealt with this situation because their Sharingans could have stopped the Nine-Tails. But this raggedy bastard Danzo went to Hiruzen and said, now Hiruzen, you best make sure them red-eyed, dirty-ass Uchiha some bitches ain't out there. Nigga, what you mean? They could tame them?
Now, why he got the flipping accent on point?
Raggedy bastard Danzo went to Hiruzen and said, now Hiruzen, you best make sure them red-eyed, dirty-ass Uchiha some bitches ain't out there. Nigga, what you mean? They could tame the Nine-Tails. Oh, please. Do you really trust a Genjutsu-wielding Uchiha some bitch? I mean, you remember that heathen Madara? That damn red-eyed thug. He controlled that big furry some bitch and tried to destroy the whole village. You can never trust Uchiha. So Hiruzen decided to listen to this, and they ended up making them guard the civilians when they should have been on the front lines. And if the Uchiha were actually able to help, there is a high, and I mean high probability of Naruto not becoming an orphan and living a life with his parents. So you can technically say that the reason why Naruto was an orphan was because of Danzo. But this was just a beginning of Danzo mistreating the Uchihas, because after the Nine-Tails attacked the village, the elders got suspicious of the Uchihas. So Danzo and the elders decided to move the Uchihas all the way out to the edge of the village and have them surveyed 24/7 to make sure they weren't doing anything fishy. But all this ended up doing was just pissing the Uchihas off even more. And when tensions kept on rising, the Uchihas just ended up deciding to stage a coup, because they were tired of getting mistreated. So to try to stop this coup, Shisui was going to use his Koru Masukami on Fugaku so he could stop the coup d'etat.
Okay. Karumasu no Maku Waku Fugaku. What the hell did you just say?
Ended up deciding to stage a coup because they were tired of getting mistreated. So to try to stop this coup, Shisui was going to use his Koru Masukami on Fugaku so he could stop the coup d'etat plans from happening. Hiruzen himself signed off on this plan because this would involve no bloodshed. But this bastard Danzo had other plans in mind. Danzo didn't think this would work at all. So he decided to call Shisui for a one-on-one meeting. So when Shisui pulled up on Danzo, Danzo looked at bro and started talking to him like, you know, Shisui, I really thought you was one of them good ones. But then I remembered what Tobirama told me a long time ago. And that was to never, ever trust a dirty, red-eyed, genjutsu wielding Uchiha some bitch. Give me your eyes, nigga. So Danzo beat the brakes off of Shisui, Michael Jordan his head, then ripped his Sharingan right out of his socket. And Danzo's greedy ass wasn't even done yet, cause he wanted the other one too. But Shisui ended up escaping, but Danzo ended up putting a 5-star wonder level on bro's head. So after Danzo jacked bro's eyeball, Shisui went to Itachi, and he was like, Itachi, I can't do this shit no more, twin. This motherfucker Danzo took my manhood, my Sharingan. I'd rather the nigga take my balls, but my Sharingan, nigga? I can't do this no more, twin. Wait, bro, what are you doing? Don't stop me, nigga. Just let me fall.
I was about to say, bro, audio just went completely flat. The hell?
So Shisui ended up booming himself because of Danzo. Now we move in to receipt 6, which is without a doubt the worst thing.
Bro, the amount of havoc this guy has caused in multiple people's lives, man, is crazy to me, man. And anyone can get it. Men, women, children.
Thing that Danzo ever did. Making Itachi boom his whole clan. You see, after he ripped Shusui's Sharingan out of his eye socket so he couldn't use Koro Masukami on the Uchihas, he decided to fulfill him and Tobirama's dream, the Zero Uchihas plan. Shouts out Zamasu for that dumbass name I just came up with. So he called Itachi and gave him 2 options. Align with the Uchiha and launch the coup d'etat and be slaughtered along with your family. Or side with the Leaf, and before they attempt a coup d'etat, eliminate every Uchiha except your younger brother. What was he supposed to do here? He had this nigga Itachi playing a whole choice-based game, and whatever option he chose right here was gonna determine the ending of the entire game. So Itachi ended up going with booming his whole clan and saving his brother. So Itachi, along with Obito, still kind of crazy that Obito helped the nigga do it, but these two boomed all of the Uchihas in a night.
Kinda remember this. I feel like something alluded to this or whatever. You get me? Or there was like some sort of flashback or whatever. So yeah, I kind of remember.
One of them, except for Sasuke. Parents boomed him out of there. His shorty boomed her out of there. So after Itachi dropped everybody off, Danzo did the most infuriating shit. After the massacre was over and everybody was wondering who did this, Danzo came out and said, it was Itachi. Itachi Uchiha despised his clan. That is why he killed Shisui and took his eyes and caused infighting among his brethren. And then finally, he caused this atrocity. Nigga, this is the most infuriating son of a bitch in this entire fucking show. This...
Nah, not just the show, bro. We're talking about movie history, series history, anime history, bro. No, he is a force to be reckoned with, man. And literally the only time I saw him get handsy or hands-on was literally when he was taking my man's eye. That's the only time I've seen him get hands-on. Other than that, bro, the flipping mental warfare, manipulation, gaslighting tactics have been an absolute 10, man. Oh my days.
Decided to frame a 14-year-old of him booming his entire clan, which he orchestrated, then said that he was the one who took Shisui's eyes. Like, you old raggedy bitch. Bro is lying on a 14-year-old's name when all you gotta do is take off that nasty-ass, musty-ass, steak-ass patch on your fucking face. Talking about he stole his eyes. Bitch, you got it in your socket. Oh no, and we ain't even done yet. Then this motherfucker walks up to Hiruzen's old ass, talking about this settles everything. Like there wasn't a plan earlier that would have settled everything with no bloodshed. Old ass dumb fuck. And then what he says right here is just absolutely mind-boggling. Hiruzen said, what does this settle? Don't you see the huge problem that we're left with? And Danzo told this man straight to his face, I consider it very minor. An entire clan just got wiped out and bro's talking like, oh, this is just a minor problem. Like, bro, what? So Hiruzen finally had the balls to say, Danzo, I cannot allow you to act on your authority any longer. You're relieved of your duties. Get your bitch ass out my sight. Happy unemployment, fuck nigga. This should have been done a long time ago. all the way back when he first tried to assassinate Hiruzen. Like, it took the level of seeing something like this for his old ass to finally fire him. Like, come on, bro, we should have done this a long time ago. And the icing on the cake to celebrate Danzo's unemployment, Itachi pulled back up on bro and told him to his face, just so you know, I heard all that bullshit that just came out of your mouth. But let me tell you this, if you ever lay a hand on my little brother, I will gut you and expose your fraudulent ass for the entire world to see. Keep your head on a swivel, old bitch. So at the end of the day, you can technically say that both Naruto and Sasuke lost their parents because of Danzo. Man, this guy...
Bro, he's responsible for pretty much all the villainy that happened in Naruto, bro. From one man. Now, we're looking at one of the greatest of all time to ever do it, man. I can't.
Loves ruining childhoods. Speaking about that, receipt 7. This old nigga is the person that leaked to the entire village that Naruto was the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki.
You what?
Yep. If you didn't think this old bastard couldn't be any more of an asshole, then man, let me tell you. Now, I'm pretty sure the anime doesn't even touch on this, but if you go and read those Itachi light novels, it basically kind of alludes and tells you that this nigga did it. Now, you see, Naruto wasn't always hated as a child, and it could have stayed that way. But Danzo decided to leak to the public that Naruto was the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki and basically use him as a scapegoat. So everybody in the village could focus their hatred on him, a literal toddler.
Hey.
So this ended up making all the villagers paranoid and scared of Naruto, leading to him being treated like shit and isolated as a child. So yeah, not only are his parents dead because of Danzo, but also everybody in the village hated the nigga because of Danzo. You know, as I'm starting to think about it, 90% of the problems in Naruto always lead back to Danzo, man.
Bro, I literally just said that. Bro, all the villainy in that, bro, is this guy, but not even just the villainy, even the problems that the good guys have all the, you get what I'm trying to say?
Receipt 8, trying to usurp Tsunade. Now, during the pain assault,
not Tsunade, bro. That's
Receipt
crazy.
8, trying to usurp Tsunade. Now, during the pain assault, Danzo decided to commit his favorite crime, treason. You see, he saw Pain's attack on the leaf as an opportunity to make Tsunade look bad and somehow become Hokage while doing it. So this is what he did. First, after Tsunade was done cooking these old dumbass geezers because they didn't believe in Naruto at all, after they all left the room, old frog nigga was about to go warn Naruto to come back to the village because Naruto was Konoha's #1 option. He was the best player on the team. But Danzo frog nigga, cause he didn't want Naruto to come back at all. This man was actively...
Bro, I have not seen this guy lift his finger to throw hands for anything flipping, what's the word, bro? Because even you have the guys that have the dark side to them, but they have honor, bro. This guy has no honor or integrity in him, and that he's just a slime ball, bro. Every single time he lifts his hands to throw hands or whatever, bro, it's not even like a fair fight or whatever. He's just catching people off guard and that, bro. He's just a slime
trying
ball,
to throw the game for his own team. That ass, if you want a real life comparison to this is like having 2017, 2018 LeBron and refusing to play the nigga. Danzo wanted Naruto to ride the bench while the whole team was getting dog walks by Pain. Then after he killed Frog nigga, him and his goons decided to hide underground like some rats while Pain proceeded to turn the village into a fishbowl and ends up killing God knows how many people. And you know what's crazy? Even some of the root members were like, yo, shouldn't we be helping up topside right now? And this nigga was like, hell no, we ain't doing shit. This spells the end of that old slug summoning, I wanna look 25 forever, old ass bitch, Tsunade. But sir, what about the innocent civilians dying right now? Out of hell with them, they were a necessary sacrifice in order for me to become Hokage. What? And guys, remember, everything that this man does is supposed to be for the sake of the hidden leaf. So after the assault was over and the entire village was left in the sake of the hidden leaf. So after the assault was over and the entire village was left in ruins, Tsunade was in a coma because she was putting in work trying to protect the village like a true Hokage should. But since she was in a coma, the leaf needed a new village like a true Hokage should. But since
bro, there was a time where Pikachu was on life support. Nah, that's
She
crazy.
was in a coma. The Leaf needed a new active Hokage. And this is when this old-ass rat finally got what he wanted all along. Danzo ended up being appointed the 6th Fraud Kage. And yes, I'm going to continue to call him the Fraud Kage because I refuse to acknowledge this nigga as a Hokage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached my final receipt of why I hate this nigga and why this man is the biggest fraud in the history of the Hidden Leaf. Receipt number...
Sorry. You know what the maddest thing as well? You know like how you can respect certain villains, like a Thanos, like there's certain villains that you can respect and respect the philosophy. Even if you don't agree with it, you can respect it. You see this guy right here in that fam. I respect nothing about him.
Number 9,
oh
the
my days.
Izanagi Merchant. This nigga can't fight for shit without spamming Izanagi. I swear to you, this motherfucker died 11 times fighting Sasuke. 11 times, my nigga! Now, how we even got here was just ridiculous. Because before this,
I'm telling you,
Danzo's
could tell,
fraud
man.
ass was about to be exposed for trying to use Kodo Masakami at the 5 Kage Summit. Because he was
like until now, until him fighting Sasuke, since on terms of like what man like CJ the Champ said, bro, every single time he's raised his hands in that, bro, it's not in a honorable way or a way. If he basically, if he doesn't have an advantage, bro, in a certain duel or a certain move where he'll have to actually try hurt someone or kill someone in that, fam, he's not engaging.
got here was just ridiculous. Because before this, Danzo's fraud ass was about to be exposed for trying to use Kodo Masakami at the 5 Kage Summit. Because he was trying to become the leader of the allied shinobi forces. But when Sasuke pulled up, this old, scary ass bitch ducked the smoke immediately and ran off because he knew he was gonna get belt to ass by Sasuke. So when Sasuke was finally able to confront him and Danzo had nowhere else to run, it was finally time for this fraud.
Shout out Dave Amigo, man.
And Danzo had nowhere else to run, it was finally time for this fraud to be exposed. So he pulls out that nasty ass, grotesque Sharingan loaded arm with Hashirama cells and tells Sasuke, I will be adding your Sharingan to my collection next, you dirty Uchiha sumbitch. So Danzo runs up to Sasuke and swings at him with no hesitation. But Sasuke blocks his attack with his Susanoo and just stares into this old man's soul. And look at his face, bro. He knows he done up. He knows his old wrinkly ass is about to get cooked by a 15-year-old. So
that's what I'm saying. Like just off that move alone, bro. Just off that move alone from Sasuke, bro. The little dance that the internet's making him do and that, bro, is so disrespectful, man. You man get my point, man. So disrespectful.
Sasuke snatches this old nigga and just starts squeezing the last bit of life he got left in him. And he straight up asks Danzo, why did you do it? Why did you make my brother kill my entire clan and ruin my whole fucking life? And Danzo doesn't even want to answer the question. He just starts telling Sasuke, that damn red-eyed thug was a rat, spilling the damn Leaf secrets. That's why you can never trust the dirty Uchiha. You're Satan spawn, you hear me? So Sasuke had enough of Danzo's bullshit and just decided to crush him, leading to his first death. Now, Danzo basically has 10 lives, because he got 10 Sharingans in that nasty-ass arm, and they all got Izanagi. So basically, the nigga can respawn 10 times. So Danzo decides to respawn right behind Sasuke, and he ends up doing one of the dumbest moves in the entire series. He tried to stab a Susanoo with a kunai.
And this is another thing as well. You know, like how you have certain dons and that, bro, you get me? And the way they engage and operate within their villainy is just cold and that, bro. I'm the strongest in the room. It is what it is. You like it, you don't like it. It just is how it is. He's the slimiest flipping kind. Man can't fight. You get me? If any type of fair fight, whether it's people his age, whether it's a 15 or 14-year-old, he gets shook and that, bro, by flipping teenagers, bro. That ain't even flipping 18 yet, and that, you get me? So all the moves that it explains basically why he's so slimy, because all the moves he has to make and that, bro, has to be like mental warfare. Like he can't allow people to know what he's doing, because as soon as people realize what he's doing or realize what he is in that, fun, the advantage is over, man. You get me? Like, bro. No. Absolute coward of a person. Crazy to me.
Are you serious?
Nigga, what made you think that was gonna work? And then he really talking like he analytical, like, as expected. Susanoo, just the thing to protect yourself. So Sasuke squashes Danzo again, and that is another death. This nigga has been one-shotted twice. He sucks. Nigga has 10 Sharingans and Hashirama cells in his ass. You can't get any more carried than this. How the f are you losing? Nigga got level 99 stats in his ass. So Danzo responds again, just for Sasuke to casually fly up and use Amaterasu, incinerating this old bastard to death and killing this bum-ass nigga a third time. So Danzo responds again and starts blowing his nasty ass halitosis breath all over the place, just spreading his nasty ass breath across the battlefield. So Sasuke ends up getting in close, but Danzo ends up choking him. But Sasuke sends a shuriken at his arm and splits Danzo right down the middle, cutting off his arm and killing him for a 4th time. So Danzo ends up respawning again. And look at him trying to look all cool and shit. Nigga think he ore farming, when in reality, his sorry ass is gaining negative ore every time he's dying. So while Danzo
gets to a point, bro, where you even gotta tell yourself, yeah, I don't even deserve to have this moment or deserve to look this cold and that, fam. How can you get cooked 4 times and now try to act like you get me? Even the way he's looking down on him, bro, like, get out of here.
So was just standing up there looking like a doofus. Sasuke decided to show him what an actual ore farmer looks like. So he uses a genjutsu, and when Danzo turns around, he sees Itachi just staring in his soul, and his old ass looking like, no, this can't be.
No, don't tell me he falls off there on his wounds.
You dirty Uchiha, you're supposed to be dead. So Itachi ends up using the Amaterasu on Danzo, but Danzo, actually being smart for once, figured out that this was a genjutsu. So when Sasuke came up behind him to try to stab him, he ended up stopping because Danzo put a curse mark on him all the way back when he was choking him. So Sasuke was paralyzed. He couldn't move. So Karin tried to come up and save him. I don't even know why she tried, but Danzo just kicked her sorry ass to the side. So Danzo actually could have ended this fight right here.
But even once again, even the trick, he's still using underhanded, nasty tricks. What I hear you though, it's a battle IQ, all of that type of stuff, thinking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps ahead. So
kick the sorry ass to the side.
Little
so
IQ
Danzo actually could have ended this fight right here, but he decided to be a dumbass and start gloating and start saying how trash the Uchiha clan was and how saving Sasuke was Itachi's biggest mistake. So this ended up pissing Sasuke off. So he ends up breaking out of the jutsu and blasting Danzo off of him. And Danzo ended up blowing his best chance at winning this fight, because from here on out, it was a belt to ass. Sasuke ends up sniping Danzo with a Susanoo arrow and booms him for a 5th time. So he respawns again, and he just decides to rush him head on just to get sniped again. This nigga is trash. His KD ratio is in the dirt. Bro is 0-for-6. So then Danzo decides to use a summoning jutsu. So he brings out this big-ass elephant tiger hybrid, and it just basically turns into a vacuum. So while this was distracting Sasuke, Danzo came behind him and tried to sneak him. But Sasuke uses a fireball jutsu at the Baku. Then he turns around and just rocks Danzo, sending him flying and booming him again. So Danzo
here's some of the worst combat I've seen, bro, and it's not even Sasuke's
so
fault.
respawns again, just for Sasuke to come down and flatten him into the ground, booming him again. Nigga is so trash, he's getting spawn camped at this point. Look.
Bro, every time I see that flipping arm, my body crawls, man. It's so cringy.
He respawns again, just to take 3 shuriken to the chest and respawn again. So Danzo had 1 Sharingan left, so he decided to put all of his remaining power into this chakra blade. So Danzo runs up to Sasuke just to get stabbed again. And just like that, Danzo just wasted all of his Sharingan. This fraud couldn't get the job done with 10 Sharingans, wood style, and Hashirama cells. This nigga is trash. So Danzo ends up falling to his knees, and this nigga is trash.
CJ's comparisons are cold still. I can't even lie to you if you know you
trash. So Danzo ends up falling to his knees, and this nigga knows it's over. His pathetic ass tried to get up just to fall down face first. He was done, cooked. So Danzo, being desperate, decided to use one last trick up his sleeve. He ends up grabbing Karin and using her as a hostage. So Danzo had to be thinking, since I got his girl, I should be able to negotiate and get out of here. Cause ain't no way in hell he gonna hurt her, right? Right? Sasuke booms both of them through the chest. This nigga didn't give a fuck, bro.
Once again, this is why when you make Sasuke do dumbass TikTok dances and move all sassy and that, bro, it does not depict his character whatsoever, man. Oh my days.
This nigga didn't give a fuck, bro. Look at his face. This man was deranged. He was out for blood. He didn't give a fuck. He straight up told Shorty, since you managed to get taken hostage, you're nothing but a burden to me. So when Shorty fell over, Danzo knew it was over. We end up getting one of the most satisfying scenes in the entire series, as we get to watch this loser, this fraud, this war criminal run away like a bitch, cause he knows it's over. So then Obito came down and Danzo was surrounded by the final two members of the clan that he destroyed. This was all of Danzo's sins coming back to bite him in the ass. Poetic justice. So Danzo in his final moments decided, if I'm going out, I'm taking you damn Uchiha with me. So he uses a reverse tetragram ceiling jutsu and ends up blowing himself sky high. But even after using that jutsu, Danzo bricked, and he failed at taking them out with him. And Danzo, the evilest nigga in Naruto, the most pathetic,
so essentially he committed suicide.
Piece of shit, died a fucking failure and will be remembered as Konoha's biggest fraud.
I can't lie, I'm not a hater. I always try to check myself as well anytime I do hate on someone subconsciously or whatever, but that was justified, man. That was justified. That was flipping justified. Okay. Shout out CJ, and I'll catch you, man, in the next one. It's your boy and Jazz, and I'm gone in a bit, people.